Hey everyone, my name is Fallen Army. Today is February 15th. It's a Tuesday. I'm starting off much earlier than I normally do, because I had time and I wanted to play the game anyways. And also, I know we just left off at some sort of like important, I don't know what it is. Apparently, because we were about to like progress in the story, and then they gave me like a warning saying, "Hey, are you sure you want to start this? Like, do you have anything else you want to do?" So I'm assuming we're getting into a section of the game where we really can't turn around. So yeah, so I thought that was a good place to stop last week, and I just never came back to this because, I wasn't interested in playing the game. That's all. That's just the truth of it. And now I am. So, I finished work and I was doing some important stuff. I was trying to file my taxes, but, whatever. No, stop. Every time the song plays, YouTube copyright strikes this video. So I can't play any of the song. All the in-game music is fine. It's just those two openings, because when it flags it, it literally says like the song name, and then it says a Rise version. So it knows that this is the game's OST. All right, so now we're gonna get into this.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my...
Oh wait, hold on. So there's this thing for PlayStation 5 where you go on the sound here. So it has 3D audio for TV speakers, which means it tries to mimic where the audio is coming from on the screen, and then have the audio come from that side of the screen and stuff. But since we're on headphones, it messes it up. It makes everything sound like it's behind me, even though it's not really. The problem is, because this is running via Elgato, the PlayStation doesn't know I'm using headphones.
Be ready to face anything.
Yeah, now it sounds better to me. Probably sounds the same to you though. All right, so let's go forward.
I'm determined to save Shion and Dan. Nothing I learn can change that.
So one problem is I don't have that many potions left. So if we have a lot of fight, we might struggle. I hope not though. Let's just go into it and see what happens.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there.
Oh, I think we're just gonna get a lot of exposition dump in this one.
Your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes. I'm just gonna take my face off.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Yeah, I think that was the only thing to really check out here. Let me see if I can get it around. No. Ooh, what the ultra wide is this?
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danon astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Danon. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
I thought we already knew this, though. Why is he so surprised?
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Oh, okay. I guess that is pretty shocking.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
Is it not just Volron? Because he's the other...
Red woman?
But Volron's technically dead, so...
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow. Definitely involved.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can. while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. And Volron as well.
And we're back. I had to step away because I was disturbed by my lunch. That makes sense. Great. That doesn't make sense. That's all I'm telling you. So there we go. So let's get back into it. Like I said, there's a lot of cutscenes in this segment here, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just gonna take my face off the screen and let the game do all of the narrative storytelling and whatnot. But I'm still here. All right, so before I had to hop off for a second there, or I mean, not really a second, but before I had to hop off, we just found out that the Sovereign were people who were crafted for this role, right? They were literally like re-engineered biohumans and stuff like that. And there's only two. So we have Alphen and we have Volron, and Volron's dead, so only Alphen. So then who's actually leading Rena and Lenegis then? We don't know yet. So let's read this real quick. Okay, so it seems like the Sovereign has to be done, and according to the methods they used in the past, that is. I have a feeling that all Renans are Donans. They're just ones who left and then they didn't really come back, and now they call themselves a different, like, I guess, class of humans. I don't really know what the difference is between Donans and Renans, but I'm guessing all Renans are Donans, and the other winners of the crown contest were experimented on to become sovereigns, but they never succeeded, which still means, like, who's the sovereign right now then? Like, who's actually controlling this whole thing? Okay. Interesting. Without a maiden, the Sovereign cannot use their powers, or according to this. I see. So here we're talking about Naori. Naori's mental instability. I don't think she actually had a mental instability. I think it was the thorns, whatever that monster is. But that also kind of like poisoned Alphen's part of this channeling. Return to its original household. I see. So that's how Shion is a maiden now. It got passed into her household from Naori to her now. Okay, so that's all
The
that
significance of its location would suggest.
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of reading. Oh wow, there's actually. What I hate is that for these like black, for exclamation marks, they don't show up until you walk up close to them. So, like here, like this one. Okay. Another one here. side, it's all pretty empty. Ah, more topics. Okay, I'm guessing that's the mask that Alphen had. Okay, I think that's Volron. Yeah, this is Volron. So Volron found a way to replicate brainwashing without using whatever method these guys were using here. Okay. And then this one here. Okay, so Lenegis isn't really supposed to be lived on in the first place. They don't even have like a contingency plan for what happens when the crown, I mean not the crown contest, the whatever thing, the ritual, whatever ritual this sovereign is supposed to be doing. Okay, this is the wedge, I mean. Oh, this is like up-to-date information because we just did this like 2 chapters ago. Oh wait, never mind. Harvester 1 was somewhere in the past. Harvester 2 is the one we destroyed right now. Okay, I think that is all the information we have for now. Nope, just kidding. Master cores. Okay, interesting. The Dark Master Core is here on Lenegis, or it was supposed to be here on Lenegis, but instead the Red Woman had it. Ah, that's why. That's why Donans are slaves. Put them to work and they collect more astral energy. So what I'm interested in now is there's a whole system of, energy collection and what to do with the energy when it's collected and who's collecting this energy, the lords and all that stuff, and how that whole system works. But who are the people making these rules and enforcing them, right? Because I guess that's where we are in the story too right now. We have to find out who's controlling the world here. We'll run. Yep. Oh, I see. Okay, Volron is a new experiment, right? And Alvin was the previous success. So they've been continuing to do this for 300 years, and they didn't get anyone until Volron. Kind of crazy. Anything in this room? Oh, there's something. Wait, let me read that again. Logs of alignment between subjects and Lenegis. Okay.
Naori,
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Oh, that's why you can't feel pain.
If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
One sec here.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
All right, hold on. I'm
Just
done.
getting prepped over here.
Okay. It's just the next story part here. Ooh, plants. Nice. This looks like a boss battle area. Okay, I really thought there was gonna be a boss battle there.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renans Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renans Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
So new fit, new drip, let's go.
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, It would stand to reason that the Renans Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a maiden and sovereign. Now all we need is the Renans Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renans Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
They say that? No one says that.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included.
Good answer.
Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
Wow.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Alright. New skill, latest maiden. Cool. Let's see if we can upgrade something I was focused on before. Yeah, let's go. And then why don't we start with this one? So let's do... Oh, sorry, wrong button. Nope, that's also the wrong button. Ooh, new sword. Okay, so ooh, new menu art, whatever this is. Also, Kisara's only at 1 health. How? We didn't do anything. All right, you can get this now. Cool. Oh, Powered Sovereign is done with Elfin already. Nice. Let's go focus on something else then, like maybe this thingy. The button is square. Got it. Now for you, let's do this. And then put that as a target. You can't do that yet. Let's get this one. And then keep that as a target. Cool. Caretaker is done. Nice. Oh, there's so many more though. Okay. Cool. And now we got some new stuff, right? So, new blade, new outfit. She got the same one though, but she got a new outfit. And everyone else is the same. Honestly, now with this new outfit, I think this fits a little bit more Kirito's hairstyle. Yeah, I actually really like this new outfit. This looks a lot more like a Tails outfit. And then all of hers are kind of just like the same exact thing, to be honest. Feathered headpiece. Oh, that's her hairstyle. Right. Kind of want to put wings on everyone, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, cool. So where's the next place to go? We entered from one of these spots, so let me just check the map. Okay, cool. Still no fighting though, it's all just been cutscenes and story. Bro. Okay.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renus Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Okay. Time for my face to appear on screen again. Well, stream also works. Okay, good. There is a healing section here, so let me go. Not that. Let me go save. I'm gonna save here actually, because if we fail this boss battle, I'm gonna have to go back and get some potions. So I'm gonna save here. Ready. And while that cutscene happened, I kind of felt like, not that, this would be better if we had, actually what happens if you do both? Can you even do that? Right. Oh no, it cancels the other one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think they both should have a white wing now. Let's see, it's disrupting my computer's stream. Do just fine. Okay, cool. All right, so save the game. Now let's heal up. Good. And then before we fight this thing, let me edit my party here. So we want Alphen. We want him because they're damaged. Rena always saves me in every single fight, so I'll keep her. And I guess we have two healers because these two can heal. And then these will be our backups. Sorry, there's like an internet issue going on. Connect to Chromecasts. There we go. Okay. All right, and arts, because it's been a while since I went through this and updated all the arts, so I'm gonna do that now. I don't even remember if we got new ones. I think we don't unlock new ones. We have to go and learn them in the skills map. No, wrong button. No, wrong button again. There it is. That's the right button. So I wanted this to be all upper cut type stuff, so good. And then this is preference. I don't even know like what's new. No, oh, crap. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it doesn't matter, and I'm okay.
Volron! He really was still alive.
I knew it.
And there's the Renas Alma. Then, is this,
Wait, is this the final battle?
channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Oh, once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renans Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
Multiple
All have
red
the same
woman.
face. How is that even possible?
Bro, this is near Automata? Ah, of course. Can't be an enemy without a little transformation.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
How did you get to that conclusion? Oh, okay.
They're not
Have to
feeling
fight.
particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting just here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Water, hear my call.
In here! I'll be there! Supernova!
Armor won't stick out!
No further.
Here I come!
Nothing gets
Alright, this is gonna be a long one. Look how much damage they're taking. Or not taking.
Will this help?
Look how much damage I'm taking. What the heck? This is why I like Rinwell more. She doesn't really take damage. Okay, she took damage.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy river! Here's the evil power! Divine savior!
Oh wait, hold on. If we're doing arts, the only arts that I actually need to update is Rinwell's, because very important to every single fight we do. So I'm gonna do first page as arts that need to be casted. Okay, there's only one. That's all right. Okay, hold on. Which one's the strongest of these then? Thunderblade here, and then we'll do the upper cut thingy here. Gale Force is fine. Gale Force is good. Ooh, I like that. Because it's a support arts, we'll go over here. Gale Force. Right, Tempest Whirl is good because when I go into the air, I can do all these other strong ones here. And there's only a couple of them anyways, so... yeah, this is good. Dang, I thought this was gonna be more. I guess I have to unlock them myself. And I didn't do that. So these guys... okay, they are attacking. It's just... they're like just standing there though. Okay, never mind. Am I jinxing everything? Just... I gotta stop talking.
In here! Dance in the wind!
Okay, hey, yo, don't do that.
Here's the evil! Sleep now! Holy Land! Radiant! Here! Go get him!
All right, let me
Here, let me
upgrade somebody. Okay, alrighty. What we do here is we go over here to... keep forgetting this guy's name. Whatever his name is. He's the one who can heal.
Not in your dreams!
Nice, very good.
Breeze Lancer!
And then sharpness. We'll upgrade somebody's attack. I don't know who I just upgraded though.
Lightning condemned! Sleep now! Water! Holy Land! Lightning condemned! Tempest Whirl! Breeze Lancer!
In a bind?
Hit! One more! Lightning condemned!
Hitting pile driver!
Thunderblade! Lightning condemned! Here! You're mine! Here I go! And this one's mine! Razor Cyclone! Here's the healing arc! First aid!
Yo, look how much damage Renwell's doing. Holy crap.
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Here's the next one! I'll heal you all!
No, not arts. Not arts. Items. Do I have? Oh, I have no CP items. Yikes. Like, I guess I just let people die and then revive them when it's time.
Healing circle!
Nice. Switch back to Renwell. Okay, and then activate her Mystic Arts.
I'll take it from
Good.
here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Healing circle! Take that! Bullseye!
What?
You need...
All right, who died? Who died? Alphen died. Alphen needs to come back.
The mighty have fallen.
All right, good. Now I can give myself an item.
Let me help! Ready to go! Confiscated!
Eagle Ray! No further!
Raging
Armor won't save you!
Raging Cascade!
Kind of can't tell which one's their attacks and which one's Doran attacks. It's all just spinny stuff.
Here, let me help! Holy quiver! Holy limb!
Does it hurt?
Mega ray! Gemini Aqua! One more!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega ray! Raging Annihilation! Mega ray! Like ash dance in the wind! Radiant here! I never miss!
Couldn't make it in time.
Lightning!
Oh my god, you guys let Renwell die and we lost.
I'm all stocked up!
Eater! Try harder! Seismic rupture!
Here's a healing arc!
Oh, crap.
Here! Black and
Mega
gray!
ray! Raging lightning! Downfall! Sleep now! Lightning! Downfall! Laser clear! Here's the evil!
Can't get out of this! Sword Rain Alpha! Now you see what I can do!
Freeze laser! Illuminate the dark!
You're mine! It's over! I'll blind you with the Sword Rain Alpha!
Yo, Alphen, turn the other way if you don't mind.
You're mine! I'll blind you with the Shock Thrust! Elusive deity!
Sorry.
Forgive me. This is my fault. Can you take it?
Thrust!
She is dead. Okay, great.
Falcon! Ha! Take this! Eagle Ray! Here I come! Elusive deity!
Can you face the right way?
Radiant pierce!
Okay, great. We have no CP. Perfect. Renwell is not dead though. She is not dead. We still have life bottles that don't really give us any help. Hey, please don't die if you don't mind. Oh my god.
Here I come! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Wow, somehow I dodged that entire thing.
Pain between plasma blood! I'm all charged up! Divine! Here goes! Hear me! Flame of fury! Not on my watch! That'll bring you down!
This one's mine! Far enough! I'll smash you!
Gemini Aqua!
In pain.
Alright, that's all 6 of their attacks.
Go get him!
I think that did a good amount of damage. Let me heal somebody while we're here. Who's the lowest?
Out of the woods, it seems.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Dark. Okay, so light is their weakness. I should be using Holy Lance. Uh-huh, how did that happen?
Illuminate the dark! Holy quiver! In here! Searing flame! Chain between heaven. Magic is there! Searing flame! This one's mine! Field! Reload! More for the side! Resonate with the earth! Another back into the fray! Mega ray! Here it goes! You're mine! Bloody howling! Where are you going? There! Vacuum blade! Rising wyvern! Not on my watch!
Too bad that doesn't actually cancel anything.
I'm just getting started! Don't give up! Back into the fray!
Blood. Forgive me.
Sighted! You're mine! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Searing flame! Reload! Magic is close one! Reload! A chain between heaven... Blah, blah, blah! Flame! Reload! Divide! I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray! Annihilation! Mega illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sealed! A chain between heaven...
I see, everyone has died. That's why they're coming after me now. Okay, before I get Dohalim back, let me put in Kisara. Just see what happens there.
Holy glimmer! Sleep now. Magic is there!
Eat dirt! Far enough!
I'm all sucked up! Here comes mine! Hurricane strike! Not on my watch!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Hurricane strike!
This one's
I won't give up!
Stay away from my...
Okay. Grimble, you're doing great, so do not die.
Just what the doctor ordered! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! In here! Blah, 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 magic! Divine savior!
Hey, yo, they just walked out of this entire tag. Come on.
This one's mine! Here's another!
Okay, they're close. They're close. We need another distraction. So let me put Law in now.
That's it! Hurricane!
Okay, Kisara, you're doing great. You're doing great. Let me heal you up.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Your art!
Illuminate the
Their
dark!
arts were interrupted.
Yeah, I know.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Sealed! Hurricane strike! Just getting going! Take this!
I'm gonna try to get them close to each other so that my attack hurts them all at the same time.
One more! One last one!
Talon Hurricane! I'll smash you!
I think we're doing great. We're doing great.
Illuminate the dark! Arch
Just
seal!
keep Renwell alive.
Magic is am! Divine savior!
No, I missed the whole thing. No worries. No worries. No worries. She's alive. See, she's alive.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
All right, nice.
Blah, 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 magic!
Perfect. They're all sitting right next to each other. This will do it.
Do it!
Blah!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Nice. We did it somehow. Painfully.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now! Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Ooh, boss battle phase 2?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
They're related?
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alfin? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, red woman.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Great. We lost it again.
Rena's Alma!
Is no one gonna make like an attempt to grab it?
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alfin!
That was dumb. Alright, I'm gonna guess this guy's not dead. Again, he's just not gonna die again. Oh no, Shion. Oh, she's alive. Okay, nice. This is definitely an anime because there's no way she can make that jump. I knew it. Okay.
know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Hey, can you speak up a little louder? No one can hear you.
Let's go.
We're just gonna leave him here to die. All right, great.
I am the one who devours everything, who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Dead. I hope this time for real.
Are you two okay?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
What? We're gonna Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of
Wow,
theirs.
this whole Lenegis chapter was kind of quick.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renasalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Thank you.
Agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
All right, good. I like their little side conversations. Just gotta listen to those every now and then. All right, so it looks like this is just a run back to the surface of Lenegis here. All right. Oh, what's wrong with? All these people kind of dumb. Like if you talk, you can't walk at the same time. You have to do one or the other. And you just keep losing the Renasalma like that. Let me check what's in these rooms though. Maybe there's an item. Heavy treat. Nice. I mean, 30,000 HP. That's pretty good. Alright, so my guess is Renans is probably not populated that much. It's probably just gonna be like a bunch of red women and whoever the leader is. I'm guessing that Lenegis is like all that's left of the Renans, and so the leader lives on Rena by himself or themselves and just controls everything from the shadows, using the red woman as his not messengers, but like what's his word? Not substitute, but like the word. It's synonym for substitute. Anything here? Oh yeah, this was the boss battle room, so there's not gonna be anything here. Oh, is there another boss battle, or is this just like a healing place? Usually that's always there before a boss battle. This room is big enough for a boss battle. And we're back. Hold on. No fast travel. Okay. We must make through this.
I
have a bad feeling about this.
You've got spirit!
Laser spear. Here's the evil.
No escape!
Freeze laser.
Take down their defense!
There's a soldier, so we need you to replace her.
We'll soon see about that.
Take this! Too fast! Stand back! Hold nothing back!
Trip it up.
Elusive deity! Rotating pile sovereign alpha! Release! Here!
Benediction light.
Megasonic Six! Fire it out! I owe you one!
Its armor's too strong.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Nice too.
Can't get out of this! You're mine! I'll smash you! My deal! I'll run you through!
Not in your dreams.
Storm! Eat this! You're mine!
Mine.
I'm on a roll now! Anything in order Denied! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Dance in the wind.
Can you
Take this!
seismic rupture? Benediction light. You require a hand. I'll face you.
Holy land.
You're not! Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Slash! I can carve through armor!
Oh, perfect. I was trying to do the Law and Dolrim. Dolrim? How do I keep forgetting this guy's name? Dohalim. There we go.
I can feel my power growing!
Oh, come on. Okay, more soldiers, so I guess we should switch Law into the main lineup.
Breaker! This one! Engaging!
In here. This one's mine.
Try this! I'm going in!
That's actually a really good combo there. I don't even know how I did that. I feel like Law has like... Law's supposed to be played like Tifa from Fire Emblem 7. Fire Emblem, holy crap. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. But like, because the playstyle is so different, you can't really play him like that.
Lightning condemn. Thunder blade. Illuminate the dark. Come through. Holy glimmer.
I couldn't activate her art. Dang.
Dance in the wind. In here.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the bubbling to me.
Wait. Everyone needs to focus on the same guy here.
Astro Arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Sealed. Arc sealed.
You're mine! Dragon Shout!
Take that.
Armor won't save
Thanks
you.
so much. More where that came from.
Wait, why did it reset? Okay, but he's dead anyways.
Stockpile.
It's like I'm so close to getting him down.
Now I'm in the groove.
Resonate with the earth! Eternal devastation! Swallow dance!
Eagle assault.
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm ready.
Dohalim.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis.
Oh, that's a little too quick and bright.
Severing wind!
Raging Cascade.
Rising
In
Tempest!
here.
First
More
strike!
for the top.
Can't get out of this.
You need to stop jumping around.
I'll face you.
Double demon fang!
That'll bring you down.
Finish it!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
Queen.
With this, I can become even stronger.
No, we picked up everything here. Let's just get at it. Wait. Okay, good. We're going the right way. Left. Yes, left. Okay. No, wait. That's where we came from. We need to go this way. Up and around. Yeah, I knew it. It's definitely gonna make us go the long way around. Easy. All right. Nice.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone?
Joe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Yes.
Say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
All right, yo, chill with that news. That's actually gonna cause riots.
If people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
Wow, the real Sovereign.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
Ooh, a speech. A speech, right?
At ease. Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid. as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
Bro, are we gonna lose Dohaling from the party now?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first.
Oh, okay.
But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Tarnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Bro, they need to get a room already. Taking too long. The entire cutscene, she was just smoldering from the background. Or not smoldering. She was just admiring from the background. There it is. That's the word. Alright. Alright, no one can do anything yet, so...
Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Alright, Renwell, you didn't do anything.
On the ranch.
Okay, ranch, like you want to. I still don't know what we're doing with this ranch, other than like growing materials that I don't even like use, so... I don't... Oh wait, that's new, a rat pig? What's that? It's probably just like pig, yeah, it's just a pig, but they gave it a cool name for this world. Wait, we have pigs and rat pigs? Oh, rat pigs are rabbit pigs. I mean, oh, okay, cool. Rabbits. Okay, so this guy has the strongest weapon now, so I feel like I wasted... Wait, does he have the strongest weapon? He had this before. Now he has... Yeah, now he has the strongest weapon. The story just gave us the strongest weapon. I didn't have to build one. Dang. Okay, I can't build yours, but you have the second. Oh, you have columna latio, not columna passio. Historia Rene, good. You can't build yours, that sucks. And you can't build yours. Whoa, what the? Okay, so we'll build hers first because she's like severely under equipped. Then we'll build yours. Awesome. And now we can't build the... Oh, because gold. Gotcha. Okay, let me... Yeah, this is all a waste of money because we just got free armor from the story. Okay, craft your weapon now. Awesome. And that is it. Do we have any accessories that we can build? Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't notice this at all this entire game. Heal bangle for Dohalim. 100%. Wind damage? Perfect. He needs that. Defeating enemy? No. Resist. Let's put this on... I don't know, actually. We need 2 of them. 80% penetration? Okay, yeah, this is great for Law. Ready, begin enhancement. I have so many resources gathered from the game because I haven't done any of this. Okay, so first let's get you into the resist one, yeah. Nice. Oh, he already has the higher impact ring. That sucks. That's good. Okay, and heal. So take this. All right, let me.
Have you got?
Equip that now. So equipment.
Guys, check your equipment lately?
No, we don't need poison resist. Cool. Four people need new armor. I just wanted to see if that would do anything. Oh, wow. That's a lot of money. Oh wait, that wasn't enough money. 500, something was 500. Hold on. No, we might need that. These are all crafting materials. Oh boy. I hope this allows me to afford it. All right, Law, you got the short straw. So sorry.
Did we really?
Yes, we did. She says it every single time. No new outfits for anyone. They're all the same outfit every single time. No, you have a great shield. We don't need to change that. Oh wait, the one thing I actually needed to buy, I didn't buy. CPI. Oh, that's the one I actually needed. All right. So sad. Let's continue now. Can we just fast travel? No, we absolutely cannot fast travel. I hate it here. Looks like there might be a cutscene there. Again, this city looks kind of ugly. It reminds me of... Interesting. What? Other kid? It reminds me of the More Ardain city in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Except that one actually had like a desert and everything, so it's still more lively than this. I want to see this skit.
In one sense, when all is said and done,
You, a Renan lord.
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound, and when I realized the severity of a lord, and yet my first
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates us. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me...
Even if it means stumbling along, or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now.
One thing's for certain is that this Tales game is very different from the other two Tales games I have experience with. I mean, then again, Zestiria and Berseria are basically the same world, so I don't know how Vesperia or Symphony or Symphon, I don't know what the other ones are called actually, but they all have like, all of those are kind of like fantasy type games, where this one feels more, well, definitely more modern. Look at this. This is all technology. This is not like arts. I mean, there are arts, but, and there's a box over here. There's also the look and feel. Like, the graphics in this are definitely different, and that's the first thing I noticed when I saw a trailer for this game. And that's why I wanted to play this game, because the graphics look pretty good compared to Berseria and Zestiria. I'm actually really glad that Bandai Namco actually paid attention to this game and not just made another like spin-off game that really has no effort behind it. This feels like a game that they actually put effort behind when releasing. Then again, it didn't win RPG of the Year, so you know they have that.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renas Alma. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should... What?
Holy crap, that was actually spooky. Maybe they're just going to take us there, like a little haha teleport. How kind of them. The master beckons you, please follow me. Type beat. Oh, they are. I hope. Either that or they just got banished into like the void. Which I hope they didn't.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
Holy crap. Did they just destroy Lenegis? That does look kind of cool though.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The flower of oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
This is Lenegis, right? So mission accomplished. We came back to Lenegis like we wanted to.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Okay, madam. Dang, Alphen's new outfit looks pretty good. In fact, I'm playing as Alphen now.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were, but to think that they lied to us, not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
Oh wow, we're gonna finally meet the guy? I hate this. Now I'm gonna see if I can even go to a lower level. Maybe the star is right there, so I guess this was the correct place to go after all. Alright, first things first, always check for items. Alright, no items. Alright, looks like a cryo sleep chamber. Maybe the master was asleep, waiting for this moment?
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
Red woman. Red woman number 1, maybe.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
Hey, yo, he came and
correct.
speak. Oh.
It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrekt 35.
Hevrekt 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance how to take it out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
Speak. Okay,
I
good.
shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil. The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which
What'd you say?
by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it, without question, throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegis. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrekt 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
So we can't repeat that.
Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renas Alma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renas Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrekt 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
Alright, who did that? Who named this place what they named this place? I can't even say it out loud here in this household. Okay, so it said talk to the others, but then there's only one person here, so thank you. This terminal can be accessed. Oh, okay.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature...
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it.
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana?
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why?
It doesn't matter.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough.
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevrekt 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find...
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe... Let's find out.
Alright. So... these look like doors, but they're not accessible. Alright, let's try the lower level now. Hmm. Perfect. First items. Some who did that, who named it that. I need to know. Who thought this is a cool name that we should use? All the other names in this game were like, okay, I can believe it. Alphen's a little bit on the nose, you know. I think they could have named a better protagonist name, but or whatever. But wait, already? We just put them in the farm. I feel like Donna and Rena should be different names, or at least they shouldn't sound like the same. Donna, I think Rena is fine. I think Donna should have been like a different name. All right, so no items again. Cutscene or skit cutscene?
Who are they?
Hello there. These guys look like Dunnans.
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevrekt 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Have you guys lived up here in Deg Faisal with Hevrekt 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrekt 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrekt 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions.
All right, that was pretty explanatory. Next guy.
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
I knew it.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
I knew it!
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is
that means
amazing. The way they
Rinwell's Renan.
far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil.
This guy's a little too enthusiastic about this whole thing.
Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
All right.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim.
Oh my god, you're just a normal guy now.
We're getting to the bottom of it all. Some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
No, we got one more guy to talk to.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner! However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day.
Well, it's okay. You also got the Helganquil like that too.
Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contests began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
Hey bro, it took you 300 years. How many people did you kill in the process?
That room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrekt 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
Thank you, Kisara, for reminding us all that these guys are basically dead.
Down. Is there any...
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helgan...
I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but... I think it's...
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then...
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much. Why don't we all take some time to...
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great... Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Ren... So let's go ahead and break up. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go find...
Oh, very nice.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
Yep, just Alpha and Shion. Oh, we can sleep here. Do we need to? Oh, I guess... we're not exactly full health. What? There's more people? These guys look cool. Wait, there's a lot more people. Heal? How did you get hurt in here? All right. Time for a lot of conversation now. The second half of this game has been a lot of conversation, actually.
Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around...
What do you think about everything?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So... To be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helganquill and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a—
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could—
It's no small task. We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and—
Right. Everybody has their
point,
reasons for feeling the way that they do. In a worst-case scenario.
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just that.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those, it won't be achieved through reasoning. But I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But...
Alright, that's 1 out of 4. Alright, here's Rinwell. Are there side missions here? Okay, good.
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen...
How are you holding up, Rinwell?
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danan made... But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danans again, Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down. And there might be Renans who still act superior because of their...
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years...
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can... But even so, I was still able to change. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position...
Rinwell.
That great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our...
Now that you mention it, Hevrekt 35 and the other scientists here never...
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home.
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
Why did Kisara have like a full like speech and then Rinwell's just like a nice little conversation? Alright, next is Law. There we go.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this.
Really? You've never...
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memory started coming back to me.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's
Law?
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes. That was no way to live. But all this talk about other races and the world ending,
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, but that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important. What I really care about. All I want to do is protect the people that really mattered.
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's a fight to protect the people.
Alright, Dohalim. What speech do you have for me?
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere...
Even I'm still not sure every...
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've... I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this. Ever since your memory returned, Alphen.
That's just part of being alive.
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dan, putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now...
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own...
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about...
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. On that note...
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably, as the one and only blazing sword. I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to...
And I take it that you'll be the one to
Yes. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're at...
You're too kind. I can see...
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Was he even
Then I'll
raised?
ask once again.
You don't even need...
Thank you.
Of course. So he did have a speech after all.
It sounds like everyone's learning from their past.
What about you, Shion?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, right now it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you. Fight that's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in it, it was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me a Danan. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other.
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff, like everyone's... She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people. Even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving.
Yeah. I don't just... If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future...
You know, you're right.
It's not going to be easy, but if we can do it, I'm there with you, Shion. I think that's the very least...
Yeah.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
I was just about to say that. No one's talking about her thorns this whole time. Oh, cutscene time?
Well, is everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dana's still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world, and it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Shion.
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least,
I guess that could make
the thorns
sense.
are a part of the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns' connection thanks to Naori.
Hevrekt 35 has been observing the great astral spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is.
Welcome back to the party.
Let's go give Hevrekt 35 our answer.
Upper, I think. Miguel, deceased. They gotta stop doing it like that. Oh, I don't think this is. Items, maybe? Items? No items? Ah, dang. Space. I mean... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, wow, we're actually really far away.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renans Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renans Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the Thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the Great Astral Spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational. It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the Great Astral Spirit to revive itself. So
okay, bye, Shion.
It will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Okay, bye, Shion.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the Great Astral Spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
So that means we're going to take that.
If you won't allow it.
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
Alright, so Alphen's gonna die at the end of the game then.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, The energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrekt 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar, is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Wow. All right. Looks like that is a great place.
We're doing this
to stop for now because it seems like we're actually at the end of the game.
Or because you told us to.
I don't know how much content is left in the Renan part.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrekt 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Once the Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away.
All right. And that is a sign for me to pause. Right there. 31 hours, or well, almost 32 hours, really. The game, on average, takes around 45 hours to beat, so I'm surprised that we're at this part of the game with just 32 hours under our belt. Maybe it's because I skipped a lot of side quests, but I don't know. It still feels a little too quick. I feel like we're almost done because all the story stuff sounds like we're at the end here. We've answered all the questions I've had, and now we just have to beat the Great Spirit. But it's kind of like, really, is that it? Because I felt like there was going to be a little bit more. So yeah, that's that. I guess I just summarized what just happened here. Well, I mean, what will happen here? We went in, we found some backstory that taught us about Naori and what her whole objective was. I guess this whole thing I know I titled this thing how many boss battles we can get to them, but we only got one boss battle. Yeah, we got one boss battle, and that's because this entire like second half of the game, actually I can't even call it second half because this is shorter than the first half. So this entire like second arc of the story is all just like story dump. Like the first half of the story, or the first arc of the story, was a lot of combat. Like, you know, you go from lord to lord, fight, and fight. And the boss battles were like way more like difficult, I guess. Here the boss battles aren't even that bad. They're just like capstones for each location. They're not that important, I'd say. Like, we don't know who we're fighting. It's just a random monster half the time. But yeah, no, it looks like the Red Woman boss battle is important, and now we're gonna get to whatever boss battle is in Rena. I really think Rena's gonna be really quick, so I don't know if there's too much of this game left. Which honestly, good, because I'm getting tired of this game. I mean, this is also why I didn't finish Asteria in one shot. I got tired of the game and I waited years before I finished the last battle of Asteria, which was great. It was actually a really good battle, but I just didn't do it. And we're getting to that same kind of fatigue in this game. I know this is the best JRPG of this year, but I voted for Shin Megami Tensei, so and I still think SMT5 was better than this, but they're both really good games. I just prefer SMT more than this. Any case, yeah, we're done with this. I hope we can finish this game soon. Maybe we can finish it this week if I can actually get myself to sit in this chair and play the game on stream. Otherwise, we should be done probably this week or next week, and then we can finally play the next game on my list, which is probably going to be Life is Strange 1 Remastered. Or it's going to be something really short that I could probably play in 1 or 2 sessions. We'll see. I'll figure it out, whatever I'm in the mood for. But yeah, that is me. My name is Fallen Artemis, and have a good night.